Well, it looks like we're back again for another episode of the Cyber Hunter game that I've been playing here lately. So let's log on in here and look at the scantily clad bikini lady on top of the water on the ocean. And we will wait for the game to load up here. And there I am. As soon as I knock this out of the way, there's my black but not black self. And there's my gun that I have yet to use. But is that how it works in the games? They show you a gun. Hey, look, there's another booty. That's one thing that's good about these games is men are fully clothed and women are in the tightest clothes ever. Well, I guess I'll just look around before the match starts. Get my feels for the game. Hey, there's someone constipated. And, as I said before, I like this Spider-Man climb thing there. It does really good, to get up obstacles instead of having to go around them or climb them slowly. It's a beautiful day here in Cyber World. Okay, I decided to glide down, and for no apparent reason, whenever you're waiting for the match to start, you're just kind of bored and you're just trying to think of things to do. And I thought I'd go over there to climb that tower, but I've only got 3 seconds left, and I won't be able to make that. There's one cool guy fully clothed, a bikini chick, and a chick in short shorts. All the ideal type of clothing that you must wear when going into battle. I mean, if you're a female, that is. So I'm still trying to figure out when I can jump out of this thing. I think it's confusing when they say if I'm going to follow. I guess the way it works is if I'm going to follow someone, then I have to wait for them to jump. So I stopped following, and then the button came out for me to jump out. Now, I will say that I think this is probably the coolest way to go down into the, map below. I like the skateboard thing. It's kind of, well, the skyboard, should I say. I think that's cool. So I'm looking around for the teammates and, trying to get my bearing. Okay, there's one there. And, but, I couldn't find everyone. So I found one person and I started to make my descent downward to where he was, or she, I'm not for sure who it was. And, as I said before, I'd like to not jump exactly where my team is, but nearby. Because there's always that scramble for who's going to get the weapons first, even if they're on your team. I'd rather just be able to get some weapons without having to fight for them from my own team. I haven't used too many of the shotguns. I did once, and it wasn't bad. If you look at my control setup, on the left is the fire button, for you can shoot your opponent. And then you have look in your pack, which is lower down, and also the controls are on the left as well. And on my right, there is reload at the very bottom, on the left of the bottom. Then there is the button where you can, kneel down and look around or shoot. Your rolling buttons on the far right, and then the jump is above that. Now, I don't in particular I like to use the auto shooting button on this game. It just feels a little awkward to me to do everything that I have to do with my iPad and still fire. Some might call that a bitch move, but to me it's just playing a game that, makes that part a little better. Because I've realized on these games that there are people that are using joysticks, like with Fortnite. I played that for a while, and PUBG. I played that for quite some time on my mobile device. But then I realized that a few people that were talking to me were using actual controllers when this went to cross-platform. Well, not this game, but when PUBG went cross-platform. Some people would be playing on their console, or others would be playing on their mobile devices. I feel that if you're on your console, you have a more of an advantage because of the controls. So I think on this one, and even if it has an option for other games like this, if I'm going to be mobile, I'm going to play it, with the auto fire. It just makes more sense to me. So as you see, I'm collecting, things that I feel that are of interest or importance to me. I just spotted one of my teammates, and while I am keeping a bearing on where he or she is at, I am going over and looking for more ammo and different weapons that I can use. I decided to stick with the two SMGs that I found, and that way I can get a better feel for them instead of go to a new weapon each time that I find new weapons. But I felt that on this map, this time around, these SMGs, though they have shorter ammo if you know how to move around, they really do work for you. Okay, so now I am just still checking around my surroundings, looking at my mini map to see so I can start going towards, my team. This at first I thought he was trying to shoot me, but I think he was just letting me know that where he was going. So we both proceeded, to make our way towards the other two teammates. I thought it would be a good idea to stop and check my mini-map, because that was very important. Something I didn't do last time. I didn't check my mini-map to see when the storm was coming in. I don't know if y'all remember that. If not, here's a reminder. I'm almost... Yeah. Skurbobble. That wasn't a good idea. So this time I'm going to make sure that I check my mini-map as often as I can to, see, well, my teammate, he had to go to the bathroom, maybe. I don't know. He's got all excited. Oh, I know why. There's fire going on over here. So we thought we'd make our way over to see what's going on. Now, this is kind of dumb. I can scale all of these walls, but I can't scale a gate. I don't get that. I was under the impression the last time that I played this game that I could scale anything, but you cannot. You cannot scale small things, which is so odd. You should be able to scale the gate. If you could scale a friggin' building, you should be able to scale a gate. So I'm going over here, see some more items that I can, look at, but not particularly take because I want to keep with my two SMGs. And there is the other teams now starting to come together, and I look at my mini-map to see where the storm is at currently and where it will eventually be at. I do it again just because I had a flashback of dying in the storm and watching my teammate run past me as I lay on the ground, dying from the storm. Now, I'll be honest, there are still certain things that I need to check out on this game, like that little blue cube at the bottom on the right-hand side. I have yet to see what that is. Another thing that I'm good at missing is, because I don't really communicate too much while I'm playing. I would if I knew people. But I also get a lot of invites to join. There we go again, looking at the map. I noticed I was facing towards the storm, and I needed to face inward to the storm. But as I was saying, oh, there I go again. Gee whiz. Skurbobble. Okay, so I was here looking, seeing my team. Oh, thanks for the ride, guys. Oh, I guess you're not going to stop. Like I said, unless you actually know the players, they tend to really not play as a team. And I'm actually glad I wasn't driving, because you see where they ended up. In the water. So guess what? They can't drive that anyway. So as I watched them get out of the vehicle, I decided to make my way towards the center of the storm with my team. Oh, he started covering me, which was a good idea, and I really appreciated that. So I got my gun out, heard the gunfire, and I knew it was time to get busy. Ha Skurbobble! We got you, man. We got you too. I went and took him out while my teammate shot the other guy and ended his video game life. And checked out some cool stuff that I got from that pack. See, for me, that's just a little easier and a lot better to do the auto fire if you're on your mobile device, unless it's a smaller mobile device. I'm on the largest iPad that you can purchase, so to me, it's kind of uncomfortable trying to stretch my thumbs out, to push all these buttons. So it's a little easier for the automatic aim. Now I am making my way. I realized that the line for where the storm is going to come to, I was outside of that. So, as we recall, I lost my life the last match, and it wasn't good watching my teammates run past me as I lay there on the ground dying. Okay, so heard some gunfire. I thought I would shoot that bike first, but he died pretty quickly. Okay, so since we are getting closer to the smaller part of the storm, it was the best time to... Oh, wait, he's not dead. Now he is forced to observe or leave the match. Farewell. Now, and that's the thing too, I guess they can't harm you anyway, but they could if you leave them there. Wait. I thought I would, zigzag around and make my way towards the enemy. They do have, you see the little eye icon on the map to my right, the little small eye. You can touch that, and your eyes will be just fine. But all jokes aside, though, forget the eye thing. If you look a little further down above on the right-hand side, the focus button, that actually will zoom in while you're firing, and it will actually... It comes in handy on your long-range shots. I don't know how many people actually use it. I use both, really. It helps out a bunch. So we have 43 people left. I've got 3 kills thus far. And I'm about to bale some hay. Skurbobble. I made that up, guys. I'm not going to bale any hay anytime soon. Now, like I said, though, the good thing about this game is I can just do my Spider-Man crawl on this wall and go up it really quick. Watch this. Just remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Checking my mini-map once more to make sure I'm going the right direction. I decided to go over to the tower here and crawl up there because then I can, check for merchandise such as what I'm doing right now as we speak. And then I can just float down. Let's see if there's any goodies here. Okay. Yeah, I'll take nothing except for the bandages. I will say that the first time I played this game, I did use the sniper thing and my jig rifle, and let me tell you something. That thing was kablazy. It was a super kablazy. It was just taking out people so quickly, It was almost felt like it was a hack. It was just such a powerful weapon. So now, I'm even up close with the rifle. It seemed like a shotgun, really. It was just really powerful. Taking my enemies out without any remorse and very quickly. Well, now I'm going up the side of the mountain. Well, not the mountain, but the hill here. Because I see that my team is desperately trying to make their way towards the center where the storm is going to have its climax, There are 34 people left in the match, and I've got 3 kills thus far. This is when I start to realize that the storm is getting smaller, and it's time for me to get busy, and to... There could be no mistakes made at this point. I can even sit here and take a dookie. And even if I did take a dookie, I couldn't sit here and wipe my booty at the same time, because that is when I could be killed. We don't want that either, So as you notice, the storm is shrinking, and I know that the action will soon pick up, and stragglers will come on in that were either stuck in the storm or trying to stay ahead of the storm. See the number is now dropping to 26 people only left in the match. And Rocky Blue became the ace player. In this game, the ace player is the person who is the top player, the top killer of the game. If you just noticed that for a moment I used my focus, and I think it was at this time I realized that I could. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know that was there. It seems like to me I didn't even see that button until that moment. Okay, the eye is getting smaller. This is about the time, you start to get excited and you're looking forward to the type of fights that you're going to get into to see who's going to be the last person standing. I saw a teammate driving the vehicle around, and I thought they were driving towards me, and then I said, I don't think they're driving towards me, because I don't look anything like the guy in this, that my character is, my blackish guy. I like to call him the black yet not black guy. It's what, the closest you're going to get. So he drives over and he wants to show off his new car. So I say, okay, let's go for a joyride. I don't usually take rides from strangers, but since you are on my team, we can get busy and we can drive more. I don't mean busy in that fashion, you know what I mean. Then I just decided to get out because we're getting shot at. I personally think the more you drive cars, the easier it is to get killed. And then my teammate runs me over there for a minute. You can definitely tell he has no license. Or she, I don't know which it is. But our enemy was foolish. He ran upon a whole entire team. I healed up. I heard some more gunfire. Or I thought I did. I'm looking around. See, I'm a courteous teammate. I don't sit there and try to take, when a teammate gets a kill, I don't try to take their booty from the kill. See, I scoped in that time, and you see how I took him out rather quickly. The storm is closing in, therefore we are now getting others. Look, there's another one right there. I scope in. So much better. Everyone else kind of was just watching there for a minute. Then my teammate off to the left got a shot on him, but I was the one who ultimately got the most damage from that. So then I thought I'd go over and check and see what he had. A few things that I could take. Now I realized that the storm is Skurbobble upon us, and we know that people will be getting skungal soon, and they will come closer in their skungalness to try to win this match. But I'll be darn giggly if that happens. My team is all skungal as we wait around, waiting for the enemies. I know I saw someone up there. Yep, there they are. I'm trying to stay focused, but he is gliding at such a perpetual rate that it is just of masturbating proportions. So I decided to, go over and just confront him and in his life. And that's what I did. Oh, that was close. See that? They just drove by like... And it's a teammate. That's what I don't get about this game. Teammates drive vehicles and then they hit their own teammate when they're driving around. So now I'm up to 6 kills, and there's only 5 people left. So we know that this could be a scribblicious time here on the center of the eye of the storm as it decides to close in even closer. We like to call it a sphincter, really, because it is tightening around us, and it's going to get real stinky real quick. I got me some rare armor, which is going to help me out a lot as the sphincter tightens up on us. We start to look around to look for any stinky confrontations. We have our noob teammate who just likes to sit in the pickup truck the whole entire time. See, look at that. He's like, yeah. I don't get that at all. I don't get it. So, I look at the map and I realize that the team is running that direction. And since this is a team-based type of game, I stayed close, but not too close to the team. Everyone else seemed to be a little bit, crazy acting. Too skungal, if you ask me. But they're probably just getting skungal because of the sphincter closing in closer upon us. Oh, it's closing in more. Here comes the brown area. We are now in the eye of the sphincter. So we know that there are going to be 5 more people that are going to be very desperate and trying to get to us, and I said forget that and took him out. Look at that. Mr. Change got 7 kills, the top kills, which made me the ace. My black but not black character did quite well this time around. I did not end up... I learned from my mistakes. Let's just put it that way. I learned from my mistakes to make sure that I watched where the storm was going and not to get caught on the outside of the sphincter. You don't want to do that, because then you become dookie. I am the fatal striker, the one who caused the fatal strike. So therefore, I got some things that I ignored. That's me. Well, that's it for another episode of me playing this Cyber Hunter. Have a good one.